CIET NCERT presents AudioBook, Our Wondrous World, textbook of environmental studies for grade 4.
Chapter 2, Exploring Our Neighbourhood. Page number 17. On the left-hand corner of the page, a QR code is given which will lead you to epathshala.nic.in. At the top right-hand corner of the page, a picture is given, and the contents of this picture are people who are buying and selling vegetables and fruits. On our way back home, the classes got over and the school bell rang. Students talked with excitement about the wonderful books that their teachers showed them in the library. School buses and e-rickshaws were waiting at the gate. Navya saw her grandfather standing outside the school gate. She ran up to him. "Dadaji, let us take the market route today." They walked to the bus stop where some people were already waiting for the bus. At the bottom of the page, a picture is given where some people are waiting at the bus stop and a red bus is coming towards them. Page number 18. A bus stopped, the doors opened, and everyone boarded the bus one by one. Navya found a seat by the window and watched the people outside. As the bus passed a red post box on the corner, Navya pointed to it and said, "Look, a post box, Dadaji." Dadaji said, "Yes, Navya, you could write a letter and post it here." He continued, "When I was young, I used to write letters to my brother who was studying in a different city. I used to drop letters into the post box. Then the postman would take them to the post office. The post office would sort letters according to regions and send them to their destinations. Post offices offer a variety of other services too." At the right side of the page, a picture is given in which there is a post office, a postman, and a post box. Activity 1. 1. Write a letter to a friend and post it. 2. Teacher can take students on a field trip to a post office to explore various activities that take place there. At the bottom of the page, a box is given which has a note to the teacher. Encourage students to write letters to each other in pairs or cyclically in groups of 3s so that all students both send and receive letters. The idea is that the students experience letter writing and the joy of sending and receiving letters. Explain to the students about the importance of togetherness and communication. Page number 19. Write. 1. Have you or your family members ever sent or received a letter or a parcel? 2. How does the post office help people stay connected with each other? After this, a box is given which contains both pictures as well as text. The title of this box is "Do You Know?" Long ago, people communicated using drum beats and carvings on rocks. Next to this information, a picture is given where a man is beating a traditional Indian drum and two people are listening to him. Later, people started sending letters carried by messengers and pigeons. Next to this information, a picture is given where there is a messenger who is riding a horse and holding a message in his hands. The picture also contains a messenger pigeon who happens to be wearing a message around its neck. Much later, the postal service came into being. It was used to send letters, parcels, and important documents to others. Next to this information, a picture is given which has a letter and a post box. With time, New inventions like the telephone, radio, and television made it easier to communicate and share information. Next to this information, a picture is given and it has a telephone, a radio, and a television set. Today, we have mobile phones and computers that use the internet. The internet helps us connect with anyone and anywhere in seconds. Next to this information, a picture is given where two people are using mobile phones and one is using a desktop computer. Page number 20. Did you not have mobile phones? Navya asked. Dadaji laughed. No, Navya. Earlier we used to write letters. Sometimes it would take weeks to get a reply. That is a really long time, Navya exclaimed. Dadaji replied, Yes, with mobile phones and emails, communication is much faster. However, sometimes I miss the joy of writing and receiving a handwritten letter. Activity 2. Interview with elders. 1. Discuss with the elders in your neighborhood and find out how they communicated with each other when they were of your age. Compare their answers to how you and your friends communicate today and fill in the table. At the bottom of the page, a table is given which has 3 columns: category, communication in earlier times, and communication in the present time. This table requires you to talk to elders and compare how they communicated in their times with how you communicate today with your friends. The first row of the table has been done for you as an example. The category is type of communication. So the communication in earlier times used to be letter or telegram, but the communication in the present time is the internet, social media, or text message. The next row is speed of communication. And to compare the speed of communication in the previous times with the speed of communication in the present time, blank spaces are given to you. After this, the categories frequency of communication, and again, blank spaces are given so that you can compare. Then is language of communication, and blank spaces are given for you to be able to compare communication in earlier times with communication in the present time. And the last row is challenges faced, and again, blank spaces are provided so that you can compare earlier times with today's day. Page number 21. Over time, the ways in which people communicate have evolved. While letters were common in the past, today messages and video calls make communication much faster. Technology has made it easier for us to stay connected with everyone. Discuss. 1. Letters took a long time to reach other persons. How do you think it affected communication between people in the past? Next to this question, a picture of a letter is given. 2. How is it different from the way people communicate now? 3. Today, quick messages make sharing the news easier, but sometimes wrong information spreads very quickly too. How can we ensure the news we share is true? The bus took a turn and Navya saw a metro train passing by. Look at that! The train is moving so fast, she exclaimed. Navya, the metro trains travel very fast. Also, there are high roads known as flyovers. They help vehicles move above the busy roads and crossings, so they save the time of travelers. In the right corner, a picture is given in which Navya and her grandfather are looking at the metro train passing by. At the bottom of the page, a rectangular box is given which has a note to the teacher. Encourage students who have travelled by a metro train to share their experiences, describing what they saw, how they got the tickets, and what they found interesting. Page number 22. Some flyovers are built for metros and others are for buses and cars, explained Dadaji. Dadaji continued, these modern facilities and services, such as flyovers and metros, have made life easier for us. However, many animals, birds, and trees that used to be here are no longer around because of all these changes. Navya replied, I wonder if we can have such developments even while keeping our environment safe and secure. Dadaji said, yes, that can happen by creating a balance. If we plant trees, we can keep our environment secure. Right? 1. Which mode of transportation do you use the most? 2. Can you identify the structures in the pictures and explain how they have made travel faster and connectivity better? At the bottom of the page, 6 pictures are given. The first picture is that of a flyover. The second picture is that of a bridge. In the third picture, there is a metro train. The fourth picture is that of an aeroplane that is still on the runway. The fifth picture is that of a train. The sixth picture is that of ropeway. Page number 23. Find out, how did your parents and grandparents go to school or other places when they were of your age? Is it different from how you travel today? Note it down below. Under this question, a table is given. There are 3 columns in this table. The first column is you, the second column is parents, and the third column is grandparents. To compare how you travel with how your parents and grandparents travelled in their day, a table is given and blank space is given in these tables for you to write down the information after you speak to your parents and grandparents. After some time, a few people got down at a bus stop which was near a hospital. Navya noticed a banner outside the hospital that said, Eye Checkup Camp. Many people were going to that hospital. What is this? Why are so many people coming here? She asked. Her eyes got wider with wonder. Dadaji replied, Navya, this is a hospital. People come here when they are unwell. I brought your grandmother here for her eye operation a few years ago. The doctors helped her see better, and it has made a huge difference to her life. This hospital is such an important part of our community. Today, it is organizing an eye checkup camp. Write, list the people who work at a hospital or a health center and write down their role in the following table. One example has been given in the table. Under this question, a table is given which has 2 columns, people and their role in the hospital or the health center. The first example has been done for you. So in the people column, it says doctor, and in the role in the hospital column, it says treats patients and prescribes medicines. In the people column, the second word that is given is nurse, but her role is not mentioned. You have to mention that. 2 more blank spaces are given after this. So think of all the people who work at a hospital and complete the table. Page number 24. Savings for the future. The bus stopped at the bus stop near their house. Dadaji and Navya stepped out of the bus. On the way home, they walked to a bank that had an ATM. What is this machine, Dadaji? Navya asked curiously. This is an ATM, short for Automated Teller Machine, Dadaji explained. It helps us take out money anytime we need it. Navya asked, but why do we keep our money in the bank, Dadaji? Banks are a special place where money is kept safe. They also help us save money for our future needs, Dadaji replied. When I was of your age, we did not have ATMs. We had to visit the bank and wait in long queues. Also, we used money orders to send money through the post office. But now, we can use mobile phones to send money online within seconds. Mama, maternal uncle, sent money to my mother to buy gifts for us this Raksha Bandhan, Navya said excitedly. Yes, technology has made things so much easier, agreed Dadaji. In the right corner of the page, a picture of an ATM is given. Page number 25. At the top of the page, a picture is given where 2 banking officials are working at their desks and 4 people are waiting for banking-related work. Discuss. If you had to send money to someone, which method would you choose? Using a phone, money order, or some other mode? Why? Right. 1. If you get pocket money, do you save it? If yes, where do you put your savings? 2. Why do you think it is important to save money? 3. What are some things you could do to save more money? 4. Request one of your family members to show you their bank passbook. Note the important elements given on the first page of the passbook. At the bottom right corner of the page, a picture is given which has a traditional Indian gullak and a piggy bank in it. Page number 26. At the top of the page, a picture of a bank passbook is given. It has the first page of the bank passbook, which has details such as CIF number, account number, IFSC code, customer name, address, name of the bank, date of birth of the account holder, email ID of the account holder, PAN number of the account holder, account opening date, mobile number of the account holder, the branch code, the location of the branch, and the branch email ID. On top of this box, which has all these details of a bank passbook first page, there are 4 small boxes where you have to mention your own account number, your name as a customer, the name of the bank in which you hold the account, and your photograph. Activity 3. 1. Visit a bank in your locality or find out from your elders about how it works. After that, answer the following questions. A. Other than saving money, what else do people use banks for? B. What is an ATM and how does it help people? 2. Take an Indian currency note, look at it closely and answer the following questions. A. What is the value of the note? The space for writing your answer is provided in the book. B. How many languages do you see on the note? C. What pictures or symbols are there on the note? At the bottom of the page, a rectangular box is given which has the note to the teacher. Arrange for a field visit to a bank. Prepare students by discussing what they might see and learn during the visit. encourage students to ask questions and observe the processes used in managing money. Page number 27. At the top of the page, a box is given which has text as well as a picture. The text says, "Do you know? Long ago, people used barter system to exchange goods and services. For example, a farmer could exchange wheat for milk from a shepherd. However, finding the right trade partner and the right exchange value was not always easy. To simplify exchanges, money was invented." The picture given along with this text has a man and a woman. The woman is holding a basket of fruit in her hand. The man is holding a sheep in his hands. Looking around the neighborhood. As soon as they reached home, Navya ran to her brother and shared her experiences with him. Public places help people by providing services related to health, safety, cleanliness, or the environment. These may include places like hospitals, banks, post offices, police stations, public libraries, bus stations, etc. Navya brought a pencil and paper and sat down to draw her neighborhood. On the basis of the rising sun, she identified the east direction. Based on this, she drew places in other directions around her house. The places towards the east appear on the right side of the paper. Also, the places to the north are shown at the top side of the paper, while the places in the south are indicated at the bottom of the paper. The places in the west are shown on the left side. On a map, the representation of directions is as follows. North is shown upwards, south is downwards, east is on the right, and west is on the left. Page number 28. At the top of the page, a picture is given where there is a hospital in the north, a bakery in the west, a chemist in the east, and a post office in the south. A house is located in the center. Write 1. Look at the picture above and write down the places located in the north, east, west, and south of Navya's home. Under this question, a table is given which has 2 columns and 4 rows. The first column is that of direction and the second says place. The 4 following rows show us all directions, the first being north, the second east, the third west, and the fourth south. Blank spaces are provided for you to write what place you see in the picture in the north, east, west, and south. 2. Look at the picture on the next page and imagine your school at the center. Name the buildings or areas near your school and write the direction they are situated in the given spaces. Page number 29. At the top of the page, a picture is given which has a house in the center and it has all 4 directions with arrows pointing in those directions. Each direction is adjacent to a piece of paper, a sheet of paper. 3. Imagine you are giving directions to a friend to visit your favorite place near your school. How would you explain it using directions? Left, right, forward, backward, etc. and landmarks. Under this, blank space is given where you can write the name of the place that you choose for this activity and for the instruction that you would give to your friend to reach there. At the bottom of the page, a rectangular box is given which has a note to the teacher. Encourage students to identify landmarks that help in recognizing a place easily. Give examples of landmarks. Page number 30. Activity 4. Draw a map showing the route from your school to the public library or any such place near your school. Identify landmarks like parks, shops, hospitals, bus stops, etc. on the map. Under this question, a blank box is given. This is for you to draw the map. Page number 31. Let us reflect. 1. Imagine you have 100 rupees to utilize in a month. Your task is to plan how to spend and save wisely. Think about your expenses for stationery, snacks, toys, etc. Decide how much you will save in your piggy bank and how much you will use for your expenses. After making this plan, think about how saving money could help you in the future. Use the table below to create your budget. Under this question, a table is given. This table has 3 columns and 3 rows. So the first column is called category, and the 2 categories that are given are savings and expenditure. The second column is called planned amount, and the third column is why did you choose this amount. Blank spaces are given for you to write your budget. 2. Imagine that your group is in charge of making your neighborhood better. Discuss what new services or facilities you would add or improve. Present how these changes would help everyone in the community. 3. As a class, take help of the elders around you to list people in your neighborhood who helped the community during COVID-19. These could include doctors, nurses, garbage collectors, shopkeepers, teachers, and others. Discuss how they made the community safer and why it is important to thank them. Page number 32. 4. Can you list out the people involved and vehicles used in each of these services in the boxes given below? An example has been given. Under this question, we are given 5 choices. The first example is done for you. For police station, the people involved are police officers and constables, and the vehicle they used was their patrolling jeep. You have to fill the rest of the boxes, which are given in front of the rest of the choices: hospital, fire station, post office, and library. Chapter 2 ends here.
Our Wondrous World. You were just listening to this audiobook, Textbook of Environmental Studies for Grade 4. Narration, Divya Gupta. Sound recordist, Virendra Kumar. Assistance in production, Soumya Malik. Directed and produced by Vimalesh Chaudhary. This book is brought to you by CIET NCERT, New Delhi, India.